I have a question.
Yep.
Can I look at the Minotaur and can I remember his appearance
Yep.
so I can turn into him or turn into a Minotaur
Yep.
when I like?
You guys also see Thomas, which is the guy who runs the inn, as well as I don't know who this guy was. Been with me for about 30 seconds. So happens you don't take good notes. Okay. You guys also see the owner of the the herbalist store, as well as it looks like she is with a other Goliath gentleman who is in kind of not torn leathers. They look like they're not as non-farming. He's got like a leather kind of plate over his left shoulder, kind of tribal upper, and then kind of basic farming trousers on the bottom. They look to be kind of rougher leather for the thighs and down. What do you guys do?
You said there was a new merchant.
There's a couple of them. So the one that really sparks your interest is the one I described. Is so when you guys walk into the main room, he would be over to the right talking to a couple other what looks to be kind of farmer folk. Probably looking like he's trying to make a deal with them to sell their products.
I would like to walk up and just kind of like overhear what they're talking about.
Oh shoot! I need to get on the.
Okay, go ahead and roll a perception.
Perception. I rolled a 12. 9 plus 3, so 12.
Okay. So you can kind of hear a good amount. They're not trying to be quiet. This is a party. It sounds like he's talking about possible deals with making routes and like weekly trips to pick up their merchandise and sell it for them. Obviously at some sort of price. You don't really hear any pricing stuff or any specific routes, but you can tell he's talking and like trying to really edge him on into getting him to sell stuff for him.
So why is he of interest to us? Is it just the way he's dressed, like he's different looking?
Yeah, he's just dressed a little bit nicer than the most folk. Most of the merchants that you can kind of tell are merchants look to be dressed a little bit like lower quality. He just kind of sticks out a little bit more.
I will butt into their conversation and say, do you ever have issues with bandits on these trips selling the merchandise?
The human will look at you and go, "Oh, hello there. Glad you could join our group. Yes, I do tend to have issues with bandits. Lost quite a few wares in the past, and at that point, you can kind of see one of the farmers kind of decides to walk off. The other one seems still pretty interested, but you know, we have measures to partake in that. I mean, we usually hire the guard to go get the merchandise back at least. But unfortunately, yeah, that's the thing that's always going to happen. Can't really predict when the bandits attack our wagons."
Our group has some experience with bandits. We could always help you out.
Oh well, what's your name? I might take you up on that offer someday.
My name is Tanwen. That's Ophelia over there in the pink, and that's Echo over there.
And he'll reach his hand out, but like a very Johnny Depp kind of style, like handshake, like kind of just like kind of claws. Like he doesn't really go up for like a real handshake. He goes out for like we're in this little dainty kind of handshake.
You said he's a human, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
He's a human, but he has claws.
No, he's doing like this claw motion.
Oh,
so he's got all four of his fingers together and like his thumb out there. Like he's just gonna like kind of this little tiny.
You know, like Captain Black Like the
Oh,
way Johnny Depp
yeah.
like does
Johnny
that
Depp, yeah.
handshake. Yeah.
So, does he have anything? He's a merchant, right? So is he selling anything right now?
No, he's in a party setting.
Okay.
He doesn't have any wares on. He looks like he's got a satchel, but
Alright.
doesn't look to be big enough to have anything in it.
Is there anybody else of like interest in the tavern right now?
So you do see the herbalist and it looks like to be her husband or significant other. You see the inn owner named Thomas. You also see another tiefling merchant as well. And then you see the general, who's the Minotaur. And then you also see what looks to be the mayor, his wife, and his 2 children.
I don't know what to do right now.
I guess I'll go up to the mayor.
Okay. So as you go up to the mayor, he will quickly notice you and turn towards you and... Oh, thank you guys so much for joining. I'm so happy you guys were able to make it tonight. Anything you can have. We have the finest wine in the area. Not the greatest wine, but I mean it's finer than what you're gonna get at the tavern. We got some ales. We have all of this food. And he kind of like makes a gesture. His chest is kind of puffed out because it's now his. It was kind of always puffed out, but it's like super puffed out now because he's trying to, I guess, impress his wife and his kids. And he kind of makes this gesture of throwing his arms out to the side, making a gesture at this table towards the back of the room that's covered in like cheese and meat and veggies, and looks like a bunch of like really nice, nicely harvested fruits and veggies, and plenty of bread. Wheat is very popular in this area, so they have a ton of it there.
Alright.
Ophelia will get some wine and go to the fruits and veggies.
Okay. And Ophelia, when you walk over
Yes.
to the table, you hear a voice.
Oh boy.
And you and I gotta go to the one-off channel.
Oh no.
Is that the drag?
Yep, I'm gonna drag you down.
Uh,
So, Ophelia,
Yes.
as you approach the table full of cheese and meats and breads, you hear a voice in the back of your head. This, roll a religion check for me. I just want to know if you know this.
Religion plus 3, 14.
14? You have heard of this individual before in the ways of Phoenix. So when he announces his name, child, you and I are a lot alike. My name is Phoenix. I am one of deception, like yourself. I hope you could prove yourself in the ways, and maybe a gift down the line, to help with your art of your pranks and deception towards others, as I have always done my entire life. And as you go to reach for the food on the table, a vial kind of appears in your hand. This is a vial of laughing. I want you to pour this in the smaller jug over there on the corner, and on the corner you can see like the small little pouch of punch, it looks like it's not the great big bowl, but it looks like a bit smaller. Probably enough to take about 2 mugs. And the voice. And this will be of great humor to those who ingest it. It's always fun to make a little prank on these people.
Hmm.
And the voice disappears, and you're kind of like snap out of it. It wasn't quite a blackout, but it was it was enough to get your attention fully off anything you were doing.
Yeah, it's like everything else just kind of goes quiet, and I'm just kind of like,
You're solely
Sitting
focused
there.
on like why
I'm
this
like-
being is talking to you.
I'm like attempting to like try to act normal still by like grabbing like a plate and like maybe putting some fruit and stuff on it, but like completely slow.
Yeah, you're like completely so just mindlessly grabbing the stuff and like just putting it on a plate, or maybe even taking a bite out of something. And like as you go, it just kind of like appears in your hand like a little, probably 2-inch by a 1/2-inch wide vial. Like it's not big at all. And then the voice goes away, and you kind of snap out of it, and this vial is now in your hand.
Does it look like anybody's kind of looking at me? Or should we hop back over to the other chat?
No one is looking at you.
All right. If I feel nobody's looking at me, I'm gonna kind of try to do a nonchalant, like walk over, sniff it, and I guess try to sneakily pour in the vial.
Okay. And you pour in the vial, kind of look around a little bit. No one has noticed. Everyone's like, it looks like there's a couple people over in the corner of the room laughing hysterically. There's a couple people over, looks like the far end of the table that were joking around. You can see Thomas kind of slaps the gentleman on the back as he laughs and rips a leg off the meat plate and just starts chomping on it without any misjudgment for his sloppiness. And we will go to the other channel.
Okay, I'll give it a swirl, set it back down, and pour myself some wine.
Okay.
Welcome
And we're
back.
back.
Hello.
Thanks.
Are you dead?
So what happened?
Something you guys may find out later on.
Are you dead yet?
Boo.
No response.
I would like to roll perception to see if I saw what was going on.
Okay.
I guess I'll roll too.
I got a 10. I'm trash at perceiving things. Don't even worry.
12.
Just see Ophelia walk over to get wine.
12 any better?
You guys walk
No.
up. All you guys see is you see Ophelia kind of walking over. You see her kind of like it. From your guys' angle, she's got like a plate in her hand, and you can just see her. It looks like she's just kind of like making a decision on like what cheese to pick out and put on her plate. And then you gotta like see her walk over, and she's kind of just trying to. It looks like what she's trying to figure out what to look at and get for herself. And then you see her pour herself a glass of wine.
I will also walk over and I will grab some of the like. Are there any like little meat chunks on the table or anything, or is it just cheese and crackers?
Yeah. So I'll explain the whole table for you guys. So if you guys have the whole table played out, it's a long table. It's probably about 12 to 15 feet long. You have at the very left side, it looks like you have a barrel of wine in the back left, a big jug of like punch, and then like a little jug of punch in the front left corner. The beer and the hard ale are like by themselves, like a couple feet away on their own little table. You then have like your cheeses next to your punches, and then it looks like you have some veggies and dip next to that.
Okay.
And then you have your meats, and then you have your fruits.
I want to stand directly in front of the meats and eat one piece, and then like sneak one piece to Samson, and eat one piece, and sneak one piece to Samson.
Okay. And as you're doing that, you guys, you notice the gentleman who owns the tavern and the inn, who looks to be a few in himself tonight. He looks like he is at least 4 or 5 ales in at this point. You see him. He was already, when you guys saw Ophelia over there, he's already chomping on one. He reaches back over without even looking, just takes another one and just starts chomping on it, very slobbery, not very neat. Again, this guy is half in the bag at this point. And the gentleman he is talking to just seems to be some normal farmer, and he's like having a good time with them, laughing. And you're kind of sitting there behind him as he's laughing and joking and swinging his arms, like kind of ducking every now and then till it misses his arm when he swings it back, kind of like grabbing pieces for yourself and Samson. And like you're kind of like still like watching his arm as he swings it around, joking. And you can tell that farmer that's with him like isn't 100% comfortable with this kind of gestures. He's like kind of awkward, but like still looks like he's kind of having a good time. He's like right on that line of like, should I leave or should I still talk to this guy? One of the little Leonin kids runs over and pulls on your top piece of your armor there, or your clothing, and points at one of the plates farther back. And she just kind of goes, and is pointing towards the back side, and then is sitting there and also like kind of notices your dog there and holds her paws up to her chest and looks at him and looks at you.
Wait, the child holds Samson's paws up to his chest?
No, she held her own paws.
Oh. I want to look at her. I don't want to say anything, but I just want to grab the entire plate that she was looking at, and I'm just gonna like shove it into her chest.
Okay. So the plate in the back is large. I mean, it's got like lines of meat on it. So she kind of
Kid wanted.
she looks at it and like just takes a little bit and just walks away. Like before you're able to like really push it and just drop it. She's like kind of picks it up and like quickly runs away and goes back over to what looks like her mother in the corner. At this point, okay. Are you doing anything else at the table?
No.
Okay.
Just keep eating my meat.
Echo, are you doing anything specific?
Oh, me? I will just, I'll go up to the table, and I will... Is there just wine on the table?
No, so there's looks like a jug of wine in the back left. There is a big thing of punch, and then there's like a little thing of punch, and then there's the ales and alcohols to the left.
So, I'm going to get a glass of punch, and then I want to go into... I want to go into like a dark area of the room, and I want to turn into a...
So, which thing of punch are you getting? The close one or the far one?
The big one.
The big one? Okay. So as you get your cup of punch, there is nowhere in the room to discreetly do this.
Okay.
This is a group. There's quite a few people in here.
Okay.
They're not quite shoulder to shoulder. I mean, there's probably about 5-10 feet in between people, but there's like groups of people just about every corner. Like, you know how when people are in a gathering, they kind of get in their groups and kind of stick to their corners and their areas. That's kind of how this area is kind of set up right now.
Is there a bathroom?
Not necessarily a bathroom. There'd be an outhouse out back.
I want to go in the outhouse. to turn into a minotaur.
So you want to turn into the minotaur that is currently at the party?
Well, no, it's not. I can assume any like appearance of a different race.
Correct. You take the exact appearance, if I am correct. So if you remember the minotaur's features, you turn into that minotaur.
It says that you determine specific changes in coloration, hair length, sex, height, and weight. So it would.
Check that.
I just have to have the basic like arrangement of limbs. Like I can't turn into like a 6-armed person because I don't have 6 arms.
For this time, I'll say it's okay. I'm gonna double check that later on, though.
Okay.
I don't know where the book is exactly with the changing stuff in it right now.
Okay.
So how are you altering the changes?
I want to have black fur.
Okay.
With like longish horns that stick out and then go up, and then I will just have like normal, like I guess, and we'll have a tail and everything.
Okay.
Minotaur stuff, and then I want to go back to the party.
Okay. So as you re-enter the party, the guards kind of look at you and kind of look at you because you're now a big figure. Look at you and kind of open the door for you, while also kind of moving out of the way because you're now a larger figure.
Just say thank you. And
Oh, you're welcome, sir. Have a good night. And they kind of close the door behind you as you enter, and
I then want to walk up to. Do I see Ophelia still?
yes,
Is she-
Ophelia is not hard to miss.
Okay. I want to walk over to Ophelia, and I want to. She has horns, right?
Yeah.
I want to tap one of her horns.
She's going to shake her head quizzically and kind of look over.
No need to panic.
Is your voice the same?
Yes.
She's going to look at you very quizzically and just be like, "What?"
Don't question. Don't panic. I'm going to do some investigating.
Okay.
Try to find us a job.
Sounds good to me. I don't know what we're doing from here.
Me either. I want to like go around looking for like groups of people and I want to try to like listen in for any like problems they're having that they're discussing at a party.
Okay. So as you're walking around, give me a stealth check, and I'll explain why afterwards.
7.
7.
Yeah.
So as you were walking around this room, and you're not quite used to this large body at this point, kind of like any sort of animal right out of the womb trying to learn how to walk. You're walking, but like you're stumbling, like you're hitting the corner of tables. You're kind of bumping into the backs of people, going, "Oh, sorry," and kind of making your way across the room. And you find a group
Okay.
who has the herb shop owner, and it looks to be her significant other, Joan, who looks like he's a farmer. Also a Goliath.
Ooh, Goliath.
Yeah, so they're both Goliaths, and it looks like it could be a couple other townsfolk that are also seem to be very into the herbs and nature and all that kind of stuff. They all are dressed very minimal, like very little clothing. They're kind of just have these drapes that are over their body rather than like a specific, like a tunic, pant, socks, shoes. It's pretty much just like almost like a robe.
So they're like they're fancy, but they're not like modern fancy.
Not quite fancy. They would have more like today's age sundress kind of stuff.
Oh yeah.
The equivalent to that in this time. So it's not super fancy. It's not super gross. They have some patterns, but for the most part, it's like a solid color and maybe some fringes on it. Just with the ability of making stuff in this age, it's not machinery. And they're kind of all talking, having a good time, drinking some punch. And as you enter the group, one of them has an outraged burst of laughter and literally goes to the floor laughing, spills her drink, and she is just outright laughing, and everyone else in the group just starts laughing at her. They're not like on the floor, but they are bursting out laughing at this point. And this person on the floor is just like the most hysterical laughter you could ever think in your entire life. Like any like most hysterical laughter that you could think of, this person is having on the floor, like in fetal position. You guys also hear another person on the other side of the room have the same thing over by the table, who is the gentleman the innkeeper was talking to, also starts having the same laughing fit.
Can I make an arcane check?
Yeah.
$22.
22? Doesn't
Yep.
seem to be anything magic.
What seems to be the problem here?
The herbalist still laughing at the person who is like hysterically laughing at the floor. It's just like, she just started laughing. I don't know. It's funny because she's now on the floor and drinks all everywhere. And she like starts drinking her own. It looks like she's drinking some sort of hard ale. It's got like a nice head on it, kind of like troughing off the top of it. The husband seems to not be drinking at all. And then the other two people in the group are not drinking. Doesn't look like punch. Looks like they're drinking some wine. One starts having a little bit more serious laughing fit. Doesn't quite go to the floor, but kind of keels over, and her like elbows are now on her knees, and she has like her fingers crossed, and she is just bursting out laughing at this point.
Can I tell that if it's the same drink they're drinking?
Like I said, the female Goliath is drinking some sort of hard ale. The male is not drinking. The other two are drinking wine. The person on the floor is drinking a punch.
Okay.
Because you can see it out on the floor. Like there's parts of the berries that are, I mean, those are going to just soak through the floor real quick.
What seems to be so funny?
Oh, she just started laughing and fell over.
I'm asking the woman on the ground.
Oh, she's just laughing. She's not stopping.
Oh no. I want to like kneel down.
Okay.
I want to like shake her.
So as you like kneel down to shake her, she kind of gets this like burst of laughter again after calming down for a split second, and she kind of like, her face turns towards you and her eyes get really big, and she just laughs like kind of in your face, but you can see like her eyes are just like, they're not quite with the laughter. Her body is laughing, but it doesn't seem like she herself is laughing. And she just kind of stops and just like sits there and goes, I don't know why, I just started laughing.
Listen up. I have a suspicion that the drinks have been poisoned with laughter.
And
Drink
everyone kind of just
poison with laughter.
Yeah.
everyone kind of just looks at you and goes, "Uh-huh." Like you
Can I
kind of
walk-
hear this like
Can I walk over to-
simultaneous just "Uh-huh."
Can I walk over to the punch, and can I make like a survival check or something on it, see if it's poison?
Go ahead.
Just drink it. Fuck it.
So the big punch is
24.
still there. The little punch is kind of gone at this point. There's like a
24.
drop at the bottom.
Does a 24 tell me anything?
24. They're not poisoned.
Never mind.
Everyone just watches you go over to the punch and like look at it for a second, and then you just pick your head up. Never mind.
I want to walk over to Ophelia and be like, "What the hell is wrong with this town?"
Probably a lot of things, but
Between
I
the
don't know.
mayor having a mistress and now all this laughing stuff, I don't know. Maybe we should just leave.
As in mistress, I mean like wife.
Oh. I didn't pick that up on that.
I just want to walk out. I'm just gonna leave.
You're gonna start to
And then-
leave.
I want to leave. I want to like get out like around a corner where I can't see anyone. Then I want to turn back into Echo's normal thing,
Okay.
and then I want to go back in and see if they stop laughing.
At this point, again, that lady had stopped her laughing. The other gentleman at the table is coming to the end of his laughing fit. But I mean, at this point, I mean, you can't assume that it was your form because there is another Minotaur in the room,
Okay.
and who is now also talking to the mayor as well. Mayor looks like his wife is about to pick up her 2 cubs and bring them to bed for the night.
Okay.
And at this point, I need you all to roll a perception check.
11.
Oh, 22.
16.
Get good, kids.
So 11, 22, and 16.
Yep.
So 11, you don't notice much. You can tell a couple of people are missing from this party. Tanwen, you realize Thomas, who is the owner of the inn guy. So Thomas is not here at this current moment. Nor is the herb store owner.
Is her husband still there?
Yes.
So I turn around from the table, taking meat off the table. And I
Okay.
notice them. And I'm gonna go sit next to the husband and ask him where the herbalist went.
He's currently standing.
Oh, or
Yeah, this isn't a party really where people are sitting down. There's no like center table. They're all kind of like mingling and talking to each other. This is a smallish town, so they all really know each other. Any merchants that come in this area, anyone who really travels this area repeatedly, everyone knows. So it's not hard for them to kind of mingle in this party.
okay, so I'm gonna ask him where the herbalist went.
She just... Oh, where did she go? I think she went to the bathroom. She's been drinking a little bit tonight. This is one of her only nights where she really isn't working. So she has a good night. I personally am not a big drinker myself. I come from a very strict tribe where alcohol was poison to us, so I don't dab into that too much.
I can understand that. My culture was very similar.
Yeah, I mean, tribes are they're a lot of work. I miss our tribe. Unfortunately, they disbanded after a big drought. Everyone kind of had to disband and find new life. However, I like it here. I don't know where my wife went. I'm gonna go find her.
So does he like walk away?
Kind of. He's kind of like scratching his head. He's like, where did she go? Kind of like scratching his chin, trying to like look around the room a little bit. Do you know where she went?
I have not seen her in a few seconds, but I wanted to thank her for helping me earlier. But I noticed that she had disappeared.
And as you guys have that conversation, she comes back around, and she like has one hand up on the wall, and she's like, "Hey, honey, I got another one." And she holds up a mug, and he's like, "Oh boy, this is gonna be a long night." And she comes over and just starts pounding that one.
Why does this sound like me after margaritas at Las Palapas?
God damn it. My 21st birthday.
So Thomas is also missing? Who was Thomas with before he left?
The gentleman at the table who was laughing. But the laughter was gone by the time he got up and left. He thought it was kind of weird and walked away.
I'm gonna leave the area that we're at.
Okay.
I don't see any value in being here anymore.
So as you go to leave, one of the merchants you guys, not the one who is super fancy, there is one other merchant who was kind of not as of importance. You see a couple guards kind of standing over there, and you guys see a couple guards are now standing in front of the door, not really letting people leave. And you guys see a guard who kind of rushes over to the mayor and whispers in his ear. And you see the mayor get up and run over. And in a panic, everyone else is kind of like a little confused why there's a bunch of them running around all of a sudden. The mayor looks to be more serious in this matter and runs over.
So is he running over to the door where the guards are?
Correct.
So since I'm trying to leave anyways, I'm gonna walk up to the mayor and be like, what's going on?
And so quickly, so at the bottom, so when you guys walk in, there's usually the stairs and there's two doors immediately to the right and left.
Would you say
the guards are now gathered at the bottom of the stairs on the left side when you walk in. In the doorway, and quickly seeing in, you can see 2 feet that are on the ground. And as you're able to peer in, it looks to be as if the wife of the mayor has been stabbed, is alive, but has been stabbed.
Murder mystery.
I am a medic.
And
Let me in.
the other person is the tiefling merchant who actually drove back the wagon from the town next door on the mission that you guys fought the bandits. And that person is dead. Like, you can look at them and you just get that feeling over you, like you're literally looking at death.
Can I cast Cure Wounds on the wife?
So where were you? Were you in the big room still?
I was just walking in because.
Okay. So as you walk in, you kind of see this commotion, and you kind of run over and see what's going on. And go ahead and cast Cure Wounds.
I have to roll for it, right?
Cure Wounds where it's a willing person, no.
Okay.
You just roll for the healing.
Correct.
But I think it's since it's an NPC, I think he's trying to.
It's a willing creature.
Yeah. Well, no, Cure Wounds is it heals 1d8 plus 4.
Yeah, so it would roll a 1d8 plus 4.
Wait. Okay, I got 10 health. She gets 10 health.
Okay.
Is she stable?
So the mayor, who is now by her side, kind of clenching her paw. And as you run over, he quickly turns to the guards. Let no one out! In a very stern voice, which you guys have not heard the mayor be this serious or this loud before. And it kind of echoes through the hall. And as you guys come to this echo, you run up and cast your Cure Wounds. The knife that is in her left or her right lower torso is still in the wound. You can see that it stops bleeding, and this knife matches the resemblance of the one you guys found in the cave.
Like the religious one that I got?
Correct. Almost identical.
Well, no, I'm definitely not gonna tell anybody that. I would like to go up to the guards and ask them if they saw Thomas leaving as they walked in.
And the guards turn around and go, well, Thomas is right there. And Thomas is over there, like, his face looks like it's in awe. He's got a drink in his hand, per usual. Again, he is, like, at this point, 7 or 8 deep. And he's just sitting there with his jaw dropping, because he can, from his angle, he can see the feet in the doorway and see the commotion. And his jaw is just dropped down, and he's just got his beer kind of not really flat because he's kind of hammered, and it's kind of like just dripping out over the edge of the cup.
Bro, we're basically playing Among Us.
Seems a little sus, not gonna lie.
Alright, what's everybody's pathing?
I came in through the front door, and I healed the one that was in.
Sus, man. You're just sus.
Bone me off.
In the airlock.
I was eating fruits, vegetables, and cheese.
Okay. Is she? So she's stable, right?
She is stable, yes. She has come back to life at that point, and kind of looks up and sees her husband and like puts her paw up on his cheek, and you see the mayor. Oh, darling, I thought I lost you. Oh, are you okay? And she like looks at him, and she's kind of dazed. She's like, I don't know what happened. I walked in and I saw the merchant was dead, and then all of a sudden I got stabbed and passed out.
Did you see anyone?
No, the room was dark. I was just about to turn the lantern on, and that's when it happened.
Mayor, stay with your wife. Let me and my friends handle this investigation for you. It's the least we can do.
Oh, please do. And he seems sorrow towards you guys, and he looks to the guards. Guards, lock down this room. And they all like kind of like perk up, and like weapons like at the ready. Like there's 3 of them now standing in front of the door. 2 of them run towards the back right room, which there is also a door out, which you guys can clearly see before you enter the room. If you look right, there's like a hallway out. They go over there and stand there, and at this point, everyone kind of knows something's wrong. So everyone is now a little not at ease at this point.
I want to see if I see anyone that like isn't like surprised. Like they're like I can tell if they're like acting like surprised.
Okay.
Something like that. Would I make
So-
an insight or perception?
So what I'll do is I'll do this because I'm going to give you guys more information based on what you guys roll for investigation as well. So all 3 of you guys roll investigation.
9.
9.
3 plus 3 equals 6.
I'm glad you can do math.
Unnatural 20.
Unnatural 20. Okay.
Yeah.
So Tanwen and Ophelia are kind of more surprised and confused. That's what's quite going on here. You're kind of a little bit more in shock of the situation. Echo, you notice this doesn't look to be like a natural knife. The blade is very abnormal. The hilt looks very crude, not like messy crude, but very dark. Like this does not look like a normal knife. This looks like a very special kind of knife, almost. How do I say without giving it away? It's not your everyday knife. and it looks like it's made for one thing. And as you look, there is no blood on the floor. Next to the female lion.
Okay. So it's like made to when you stab it in someone, it like.
There is no blood in the second body. In the merchant.
Can I cast Speak with Animals?
Okay.
And be like, Samson, come here. And I'll grab the knife from Echo. Like, smell this. See if you can figure out where it came from or who it came from.
Okay.
And then after she does that, can I make an arcane check on the actual knife?
Roll your arcane check, and Tamlin roll a animal handling.
Oh, lit, I'm actually good at that one. Oh my fucking god, an 8.
Okay.
Like 23.
Okay. So Tamlin, your dog kind of like he smells it and kind of gives you this little kind of like little nod thing, like he's like kind of like super excited and like starts sniffing around the floor. Sniffs up someone, kind of like bumps into them and keeps going, keeps sniffing around. And you said you did detect magic.
I did an arcane check.
Arcane check. So this knife is a dark knife. This knife is a dark magic knife that drains the blood of its victims.
Okay. I want to. So there's no like blood or anything on it from, because it's.
Right. So
Would
when
I
you,
have like, yeah.
when you would pull the knife out, there would be nothing on it. Like you would almost
Okay.
see the blood that would like next to the blade immediately disappear as you pull it from the body.
Okay. I want to take a cloth out of my bag, and I will wrap it around the blade of the knife, and
Okay.
I want to put it in my bag for now. And then I want to. Did I see anything from the crowd with my perception check or investigation check?
So everyone looks pretty surprised. Everyone was also very hammered at this point.
True.
There are very few people who are drinking. A couple merchants, the Goliath figure, the first merchant that you guys met on the right, Tamlin, the one you met, was not drinking. He didn't come here to drink. It seemed like he came here to make a deal. And you can see like everyone else is kind of just staring at this place. I want you all to roll another perception check.
Six.
8.
16.
Thank God. I swear to God, if you rolled under 10.
I got a 6.
So Ophelia is still surprised at this, at the sight of this murder.
Man, you gotta snap out of it.
Someone's gonna like smack Ophelia and be like, "Yo, wake up."
She's eating cheese, okay?
What do I see?
What was it? So what you see is you see a lot of people like now starting to talk and whisper. You see some people more surprised than not. You don't see anything that super sticks out. You do see a few figures who they look surprised, but you also see some dangling eyes that aren't now focused on the group, that are kind of looking around. So one is the merchant that you saw. One is Thomas.
I would like to, like, kind of, like, just kind of all of a sudden appear behind them. So maybe I need to roll a stealth check, but, like, I guess there's a lot of commotion going on too, so I'm going to kind of, like, go to the crowd and get behind them.
Okay.
And kind of, like, whisper to them, be like, This is kind of crazy, huh?
Roll it in. Okay. Who are you saying it to anyone specific?
Just like that small little group of people that are like not as surprised as everybody else.
So at this point, like most of the people are in the first room there, with the stairs. So it's now kind of a larger group. You could definitely make your way and say that, and like people look at you and are kind of like, yeah, I've never seen this before in this town, and I want you to roll an intimidation check as well.
Unnatural 20.
Oof. So
I don't want to scare them.
So this is why. So when you say that, you see a couple people like kind of perk up as like, I, and again, those people who had those dangling eyes are also people that look to be a little unnatural. They don't seem to be reacting like everybody else is. So again, that is Thomas, the other merchant, the fancy merchant, the herbalist chick who is again hammered, and then one of the guards as well, who is standing at the bottom of the other side stairs, of the right side stairs.
I want to ask Thomas what he's been doing all night. Be like, so, what have you been doing tonight? You've been drinking a little bit, right?
And he's gonna look at you and, I was just, I left, I got a drink and I had to pee, and I just had to go to the bathroom, and I wanted another drink, so I came back here, and then I came back here, and then all of a sudden I saw the guard run over the mayor. He's just like, he's got his head cocked, and he's kind of like leaning up against the wall at this point, kind of looking at you. He's like, I wanted some cheese, and then I wanted some meat. I wanted another leg, and then I wanted another ale too. I think I already said I had another ale. How many have I
Alright,
had?
Thomas not sus, he's too drunk.
Ooh.
From there, how far away is Ophelia from where I'm standing right now?
Ophelia, where are you? About in the room?
Probably still at the
She's
table.
in the corner.
He's,
Just like dazed.
he's still like at the food table.
Yeah, I mean, I've rolled so poor on everything. I'm just like oblivious to what's really going on.
Alright, so now I want to, like, roll up behind Ophelia. You tap you on the shoulder.
She's
Hi.
gonna piss herself. Wait, where'd you come from?
What's going on?
I don't know if you've noticed. There's somebody dead, and Echo and I are trying to help the mayor. I don't know if you want to, join the
Awkward.
little crew that we've got going on here.
The mayor killed.
Yeah. Do we have any suspicions so far?
No, we're at, like, a pretty dead end right now.
Do
I cast
wait?
detect magic.
Yeah,
You cast detect magic?
Yeah, I have detect magic, so I'm casting it.
Okay.
Wow.
And I'm just gonna kind of slowly walk around the room with Tenwin, and I'm gonna point out pretty much anybody that I can see with any magical aura.
Okay.
As we do that, I want to start, like, pointing them out since I'm so much taller than Ophelia. Be like, you, as she's pointing them out. Be like, you're coming with us. Start dragging, like, making them come with us to the front of the room.
Okay. So as you guys enter the big room, again, you're gonna have the herbalist that lights up with a little bit of magic. Not too much. She has a little bit. Looks to be coming from her her neck, right below her neck. She's got like you could kind of see like some sort of necklace on her. That seems to be what's radiating the magic. The merchant has something radiating on his left hand. Thomas in some is like side pouch has something radiating a little bit stronger, but is radiating of magic than the merchant herbalist.
Who was the second one you called out?
The fancy merchant. And then the guard, any of the guards don't radiate any magic. The mayor does radiate magic because he does have some jewels on him and rings and necklaces and such like that. You guys, Tanwin, you radiate with magic because of your knife, and same with Echo with the one knife that he pulled out.
Also because of my arcane crystal.
Sure.
So is there like another room like away from like the dead body and the big room that everybody is that we can like separate
The food.
these people into?
Yep. So you have a room upstairs and to the right that is an office, and then you have like another large-ish room like where the murder was. That's kind of it looks like it has a few desks in it and a few chairs. Same with the one upstairs. The one upstairs has like 2 desks and a couple chairs. The one downstairs has like 3 or 4 desks and like 5 or 6 chairs.
How many people in total was there?
4?
Of magical nature or suspicion.
It's us, the mayor, and 3 people.
So we can probably clear out the mayor unless for this strange plot twist and the mayor killed the other lion and tried to kill the wife. So I will take the 3 people that we think will go like either downstairs or upstairs.
Let's bring him into that office room.
Upstairs or downstairs?
Like
I'd
upstairs.
say upstairs because we have to go by the body if we go downstairs, right?
No, it's the opposite side of the room.
Oh, okay.
So yes, you still technically have to go by the body, but you're not walking straight by either room.
Oh no! We want to walk straight by, and I
Yeah,
want to
straight by the body.
roll insight as they walk by.
I'll assist so you get advantage. Or do you want me to roll separately?
So what are you rolling it for?
I want to see. I want them all to have to walk by the crime scene, and
Okay.
I want to see how they react as they walk by.
Okay, so you're walking everybody into that room?
No, we're just gonna walk by it into the room next to it.
Okay, so let me explain the room. So when you guys first walk in, immediately to the left and the right, there's 2 doors. The one on the left is where you guys are at right now. There's stairs that go up both the left and the right side into offices. They don't connect in the middle. They just kind of go left and right on their assigned sides. And then you have the big room, which you guys were all in behind the main room here. And then both rooms on the left and right look to be like offices.
I'm so confused right now. Where is the body? It's in one of the offices, right?
Yes, it's in the one to the left when you walk in.
Okay, so we want to bring them and go to the office to the right.
Okay.
But we want them to walk right by the crime scene so that they see it.
Okay. So as you like tell everyone to kind of funnel into the other office there, everyone is like kind of squeezing in, sitting not incredibly tight. Like everyone's kind of shoulder to shoulder in this room, and everyone's kind of talking and gossiping. And at this point, the female lion, Leonin, starts to come to a little bit more and like kind of sits up. And he's like holding one paw and like holding her back to make sure that she is supported.
Okay. But can I roll insight to see if anybody does anything weird?
Yep.
While we walk by?
Well, you'd want to do perception.
Perception?
Insight's seeing if someone's lying.
21.
21. Okay. The people who are hammered are obviously showing a little bit less emotion to this. Thomas is trying to stay upright at this point. The alcohol is really starting to hit him at this point. The herbalist is being helped by her husband. The guards are kind of like walking people through, make sure all the drunk people are kind of upright and sitting in chairs at this point so they don't fall over. There's a couple farmers, a couple of the other merchants that were there. They're all talking because now one of their merchant friends is, well, dead in the other room. Thomas is upright, merchant. All the merchants are talking.
I just want to know what the people that were like walking into the other room do as we walk past the dead body.
The
So
ones that
the fancy merchant was obviously showing a little bit more fear because he just watched him, or not watched, but like now is seeing that one of his merchant friends are dead. Even though it's a competitive business, merchants don't really get on each other unless they're all pretty well friends, unless you cross each other and do something sketchy. So he's showing a lot of fear. You can tell right away that he is kind of scared at this point. The herbalist isn't showing much interest. She's kind of just trying to make her way. Thomas is seeming he's drunk, but he's acting a little funky. Same as well as the Minotaur as well.
Oh, the Minotaur's with us.
Correct. Yes, there is a Minotaur in the room, and he is now walking in the other room, and he is kind of walking, very at attention and kind of not paying attention to the murder scene.
Can I ask him to look at the body?
You want to ask the Minotaur to look at the body?
Well, I want to ask him, like, where were you? Like, where have you been tonight? Is he the one that I, like, copied?
Yes.
And he was talking to the mayor?
Yes, he is. He is in like a military dress uniform with medals on his chest.
Okay, I don't think it would be him then. Okay, then we keep walking.
Okay.
Are we in the other room now?
Yeah, so you guys now have almost the entire party. The last couple people are getting filtered into this room. They're all kind of standing around talking, trying to figure out what's going on.
Sorry, I don't think you understand. We wanted to just bring the people that showed magic into this.
Okay. Oh, so you're just grabbing the 4 people and bringing them in?
Yeah.
The 3 people.
Yes.
Because we're going to check what their magic things are.
Okay. So you bring the 3 people in then. Let's back up. You bring the 3 people in the room. You have Thomas, the fancy merchant, and the herbalist now all in that room.
Okay. I want to check Thomas first.
Okay.
I want to ask Ophelia where it is.
It was a side pouch.
I want to open... I'm going to ask him first to open the pouch.
He's going to look at you in a very drunken slur. Why you look in there?
This is an investigation, sir.
That's my property.
Comply or we will get mayor's attention and we will search you for. We will search for you.
And who are you?
We are the lead investigators of this investigation to figure out who murdered that one person who attempted to kill the mayor's wife.
I don't believe you. You're not the guard.
Hey! Attention.
Okay.
Attention, man. I'm giving you one more chance. Open the pouch or we get the mayor in here and we'll have the guards take care of it.
Fine. I don't want to deal with the guards. I don't want to do any of this. And he kind of puts his left hand on his the armrest of the left chair and really pushes himself over. And he's kind of almost horizontal in the chair right now. He's trying to get his hand like down to the pouch, and he just like he can't. At this point he's too drunk to like really undo the pouch.
Oh my god.
And then like he finally gets it, and like when he does it, he like flips his whole shirt that was tucked in out, and is like putting his fingers in. He kind of like forcibly puts his hand in the pouch, and it's just like there's this really drunk guy like trying to get his wallet out of his pocket, and he's just like squirming, and he just like finally gets whatever was there, and he kind of puts it on the table.
Well, can we tell what it is?
So the necklace he pulls out is in the shape of a diamond. Not a complete, so the corners are not connected.
Okay.
Does it resemble any of like the runes that we saw when we went to go try and find that merchant? We found him dead in the basement.
So, here, I'll do this for you guys. I'll share screen.
Sure.
Untitled pin. Pew. So, if
Oh, MS Paint.
take it after Devin Dash. So we got diamond. Please don't fuck this up. Please don't fuck this up. Okay, dope. Oh god. Pew. 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 And then we have oh, this is gonna bother me now. It's gonna be straight. Pew. Oh, it's still not straight, but we're gonna work with it. Pew. Zoom. Imagine if this is symmetrical. Now, even though these four pieces right here in the middle are not connected, they are staying in place.
So that's the magic thing. I see.
Now, the other thing you guys know from the cult, let me bring that one up. Looks like this. Again, imagine if this was symmetrical.
Okay.
Because if I try to make it symmetrical, it'll literally take all night. Oh god. Just gonna ignore that one. And then we have
The same thing's in the middle, isn't it?
oh god. Fuck. These arrows are straight.
Got you.
This is why I didn't become an artist. Except those arrows, their lines aren't straight. They're kind of curved from the point. They kind of like flail out towards the bottom here of like
I want it's
that.
he's holding the necklace, right?
It's on the desk.
I want you to take it.
Okay.
And I want Ophelia to look at him again with detect magic and see if there's anything else.
Okay.
Does Ophelia see anything? I don't.
You have to converse that with Ophelia.
What was that?
I want you to check him again. I took the necklace that he took out. I want you to see if there's any other magical things.
Yeah, if my detect magic is still going, it lasts 10 minutes, so.
Yeah. So you can tell with this necklace now out on the desk that it's the magic coming off of this now that it's out of the pouch is a lot more intense. But there is nothing else as of magic on himself as a person.
What is the school of magic that it radiates?
Make a religious check.
It's actually part of detect magic.
Oh, it is?
Yep.
So it's not a school of magic, like not like abjuration or what are the other ones?
Yeah, you can learn its school of magic, if any.
Okay. Because it's not really a school of magic, it's more of a dark magic. You would probably know this due to your past with magic. That this is a very dark magic kind of item. It looks kind of like a black steel.
Oh,
But like it's not like a silver, it's like a black steel kind of magic. Or
I
black
want
steel,
to-
but it's made of dark magic.
I want to pull up the dagger that
Okay.
I found in the body, and I want to see if Ophelia can tell if it's the same type of magic.
Okay. So as you pull out, are you holding them next to each other? Are you placing them both on the desk?
I'm gonna so that it can like distinguish which one's which. I'm gonna like hold it in my hand so she can tell like that it's the aura coming out of my hand is the dagger.
Okay, so you're gonna hold them both out in your hands.
Yeah, in separate hands.
Okay. So as you take the amulet in one or the necklace in one and the knife in the other, so back to our drawing board.
Dagger.
This is not going to be accurate at all because I'm not drawing curved lines in this.
Oh, is it a curved like blade on it?
So the hilt would actually
Yeah.
be more, I guess. I hate MS Paint for a reason. Okay, so the line going horizontal is down farther, and the hilt kind of angles up towards the tip of the blade.
Okay.
And on the end
Like
of the hilt,
type. Oh my god! It's the
and then you have the blade,
at the end of the blade is
which
the
is
other triangle.
kind of shaped like this. Oh shit!
I see. Whoa!
Oh god, this is not going to be easy to make.
Wait, is it like a diamond blade?
It's fucking paint, okay? So this is very skinny. This is not as thick as this is.
Okay.
And then in the middle, right about here,
It's the other diamond. It's him, guys. I want to.
and so as hang
do I
on.
notice this?
So as you pull these out, how far away are you holding them from each other?
I'm gonna hold them like shoulder width apart.
Shoulder width apart.
Yeah.
So as you are holding these out, you realize that the dagger is kind of vibrating in a little bit and kind of moving towards the amulet.
Do I notice like do I remember the symbol? Like, would I put this together in my head?
So from your So from your adventures into the cave, you guys would notice this because assuming Quantum would be here as well. His character does have a robe, and he would definitely put in the fact that the robe does have that symbol on it. And you guys can make the assumption that
I don't want it to come together.
okay.
I want to keep it apart rather than. Dun dun dun.
Yeah.
He's the imposter.
So So you guys doing anything else?
I want to take my rope out of my bag,
Okay.
and I want to tie the hands of, what was his name?
Thomas.
Thomas, and I want to be like, you know, you should have gotten rid of the evidence.
Look at you, and his hands are kind of getting tied at that point. I don't know what you're doing. What are you doing?
We will check the other two.
Yeah, can we run through everybody else's like magical item really quickly?
Yep. So when you guys go to check the herbalist, she's gonna have a necklace. It has twine or hemp rope kind of stuff. It's not clean rope. It looks like it's got like the hairs that are coming off of it. It's not very tightly woven. Coming down, there is 2 teeth on each side that tilt inward, and there is a symbol of a moon made out of what looks to be some sort of ivory or bone in the middle that has swirls on the moon itself. And
would I know this? This like symbol?
Make a history check. Whoever is going to be looking at this.
17.
17. You're going to know this is from a tribal symbol, from a tribe of Goliath known in the woods above the plains to the west.
Are they like druids?
So Goliath are tribal people.
Oh, that is true. Yeah.
So they deal specifically with tribes. They're in groups of tribes.
Next one. The third one. Who is it?
The merchant. So the merchant has a ring on his left hand. This ring is of silver, has writing along the band of the ring in Elvish.
What's it say in Elvish?
It says, because you have, you can read anything, right?
I can read anything.
It's such a fucking dumb thing.
Well,
level
get over it.
level 2, I can read whatever I want.
I still don't have any useful spells. Give me something. Tell me what it says.
True. So, this ring says in it, Baelmore Scothan, Merchant of the Year.
Fucking my ass. Okay, moving on.
Okay.
So-
And I guess
Alright.
that I want to call the mayor into the room,
Okay.
and I will instruct the other 2 people that we think are not it to leave.
So, the drunken herbalist person, lady, kind of gets up, and when she tries to get up, she sits right back down and like braces herself a little bit against the desk.
Can I
And
help
you see
her
her
up?
take a really deep breath, and as you go to try to help her, she like puts her hand up and like stops you, and she very slowly like uses the desk for a lot of support, stands up very like proper at that point, takes a really deep breath in and out,
Oh, no.
and like takes a step and like wobbles a little bit, takes another step and wobbles a little bit, but like is able to get out of the room. The other merchant like is sitting there. Did you guys find anything? Did you want my ring? Did you?
Oh
do
yeah,
that
we
ring
gave them.
anymore?
We gave them back. We didn't.
Oh, thank you.
We didn't give obviously dagger.
Right, you gave him the ring back though.
Yeah.
And he kind of like takes his ring and he's like playing with it on his finger, moving it back and forth, and makes his way out. And the mayor, who had just brought his wife upstairs to his room and laid her to bed so that she can rest, comes back down in the same attire, same everything, barges in the room. Did you guys find anything?
We have reason to believe that our man Thomas here is the one that attempted to murder your wife. We found
Thomas.
this with this amulet that matches the symbols to a dark magic, like guild or something. Would it be
Cult.
Is it like
Yeah.
cult? Dark magic cult that we've recently encountered in one of our missions. And this dagger and this amulet go together to form that symbol, giving us reason to believe that Thomas is our culprit, or imposter, shall we say.
Did you put the amulet and knife together?
No.
Okay. So you hold up the knife and amulet again, and the knife is still vibrating. And he goes, "Oh, those do look like they fit together. Should we try?"
I'm gonna suggest against that.
Okay, it sounded like a bad idea in the first place, but they do look like they do fit together. So let's just leave it at that. And at this point, like, Thomas is kind of almost knocked out. When he sobers up, we shall question him tomorrow. Guards!
I
Two
have
guards come rushing in.
I have a
Yes.
request, Mayor. I request to keep this amulet and this knife after the investigation is done, so I can do further investigation on its magic.
Yes, you must. When I go to question Thomas tomorrow, at least bring them by tomorrow morning so that I can at least question them with it.
Will do, Mayor.
Guards, take him to the stockade and lock him up for the night. Wait till he sobers up and come and get me tomorrow. I can't believe
Now,
some of
real
this.
quick.
Yep.
Do we think that anybody else might have planted this on him?
It is true. He is a little drunk. Unless,
So at this point, you guys haven't seen much. You guys know Thomas has this on him. There is no blood on it again, because the blood it sucks into the blade. I would say throughout your perceptions and checks and stuff, you couldn't quite tell because you guys weren't in the room with Thomas 24/7.
Yeah.
You guys were all in one room at the same time. No one was out in the front room there when he left the room for a couple minutes. So you don't know if he talked to anybody or something like that. You just know the one farmer who was talking to him at the table. Seems like he was with him pretty much the whole night.
do we know if he left the room with Thomas? The farmer?
So you guys would see like Thomas leave, and then the farmer would leave shortly after, and the farmer would come shortly back before Thomas would come back.
Okay.
And he would go talk to the herbalist and her husband's group.
Okay. I want to go back out in the main room where everyone.
Okay.
I want to pull the farmer aside.
Okay.
And I want to keep making like insight checks when I ask him these questions to see if he's lying or anything. So I want to ask him, when Thomas left the room, did you follow him? Did you go with him?
I mean, I didn't follow him, but I went out there shortly after to talk to a couple friends, a couple merchants to see if anyone was willing to take off some wheat off my hands to sell to the nearby towns.
I make an insight check.
Yep.
18.
18? Seems to be telling the truth.
Did you see, while you were in that room, see Thomas talk to anyone?
Oh, he talked to the fancy merchant over there. The fancy merchant didn't seem to be the liking of him. He left. I went out and took my piss, and that was about it. Came back in and he was heading out to go take a piss. And then I went back in, started talking to the herbalist and her husband. Her husband's a really nice gentleman. Really keeps the crops growing around here. My name's Johnny, by the way.
Johnny. Dun,
Not
dun.
the same Johnny.
Another Johnny.
Just for the sake of it, I'll make another insight.
There's actually 3 Johnnies in this town.
Not as good as our Johnny.
An 18.
No.
Another insight, just to make sure he's keeping up with the.
It seems like he's a little uneasy about this question.
Little uneasy.
Yeah, he's just something about that doesn't seem right. He's not straight up lying. He's telling partially the truth, but he is lying about something in that in that line.
So when Thomas left the room, you never went over to him, maybe talked to him for a little bit, maybe tried to exchange, because he was kind of drunk, maybe trying to help him leave or something.
I mean, I guess we passed a little bit sooner with in the doorway together. I guess it wasn't really him walking out or me walking in and him walking out. It was we kind of passed each other in the doorway. That's about it. I just saw you take him out. I didn't think he would. I didn't think that something was happening with him like this. I didn't think Thomas would be like this.
Okay, I want to make another one to see if this is.
Okay.
If this sounds sus as heck. 23.
23?
Yeah.
He seems very uneasy at this point.
You know, it's not nice to lie to someone that's being so nice to you.
What do you mean? I'm not lying.
Just I need an honest truth. Were you with Thomas when he left the room?
I mean, yes, I was with Thomas. I mean, I left and then he left. I went to go talk to some merchants and go to the bathroom, and he went to the bathroom
But you
after
said he
I
left
did.
it.
Right, I left first. I went out. I went to the bathroom, and he
Just
walked out as I came back in, and I went and talked to some merchants, and he came and talked to the merchants, and I kind of left.
okay. So the only other person you saw with Thomas was the merchant.
Yeah, the fancy guy.
You said he didn't like Thomas?
I mean, Thomas is drunk and blabbing and slobbering all over his tunic, and I know him. He doesn't have much. He's made some really great deals, but he doesn't spend a lot of money on himself. So when he buys a nice-ish shirt, nice-ish, I guess, he takes pride in it because he doesn't treat himself that much.
What I'm kind of getting at is there anybody that you can think that would set Thomas up?
No, I don't know. I don't know who would set Thomas up.
Is he uneasy about this?
Yes, you can tell he's getting a little uneasy about this, and he's starting to like look around, look over his shoulder. He's getting very uneasy with these questions.
Would you be the one that would want to set him up?
Me, no. I mean, Thomas buys a lot of my herbs and stuff for his alcohols. I mean, I don't know what he does with it because he doesn't have many different types of alcohol. But I mean, he's a weird fellow. Nice man.
Has he paid you for all of these bought from you?
Most of it. He hasn't bought me for the most recent thing, but that was only a couple weeks ago. He hasn't made the sales off of it in his tavern.
Okay. I want to direct a. I'm going to. We are Do you have any family with you here?
Yeah, me? Well, not in the party tonight. My wife's back home with the child.
Well,
She didn't feel too good today. She had a little too much to drink during the day. I took the night to drink myself, and some of the things she ate when she drank didn't mix well together. You know how that goes.
I'm gonna be honest. We're gonna have to ask you some further questions. And I want to wave, like, over a guard.
Another guard comes over. These guards who have appeared now in the room seem to be of higher level. Their armor is a little bit more polished. He kind of walks over. He's got a short sword at his hip, and a plate shield on his left arm. And he looks at you and goes, "This one too?"
I have suspicion. Not 100% sure. If you take him for further question, that would be very much appreciated.
He looks and goes, "Yes, sir." And immediately just puts two manacles on him and pulls him really hard out of the room.
We now talk to the merchant again.
You gonna talk to the merchant?
So,
Fancy merchant, yes.
Fancy
yeah,
merchant?
fancy.
Okay, so
Yeah,
you
the
guys
one
want
that
the
was
fancy
talking
merchant?
So I heard that you were talking to Tom earlier.
Thomas.
Yes, Tom.
Yes, he's a little too drunk for my taste tonight. And he kind of like looks over at his shirt that is now stained from like alcohol spit stains. That is just like super gross and like wet. He's like, "Well, unfortunately, he has stained my shirt tonight."
I have a question for you. Did anyone else come over and maybe like talk to Tom or
Oh, that
interact with him?
the farmer kind of said a few things to him and walked out to go to the bathroom, and then we kind of, as that moment happened, we kind of shuffled our way into the other side of the room. He was too drunk and sat there and talked to the statue for 10 minutes.
To the statue.
Yeah, he like points over to this like kind of really crappy, like not really marble, but really crappy stone statue that is like kind of deteriorating. You can kind of tell it's a face. It almost looks like abstract art at this point. Seems like they got paid super cheap art just to have in the main room there. And he kind of points out, he goes, "Yeah, he talked to that fella, if you could call that a face, for a good 10-15 minutes.
Would you say, wait, was this in like the main room or was this in like the room that?
This is the first room, not the one with the food.
Okay, so that's when Tom left, right? Left the main
Correct.
room. Okay. So, the merchant, the guy did lie to us. He did talk to Tom. So you didn't? You just talked to Tom? He was just really.
Really gross, yeah.
Okay. Would you know anyone that would want to actually, Tom?
You broke up there. What was that?
Do you have anyone that would want to know anyone that would want to set Tom up for this crime?
No. Thomas is a nice man. He's just, when he gets drunk, he gets very gross. He pays all of his debts. He helps out the town a good deal. We were short on a couple supplies last couple winters ago, and he actually helped out quite a bit. He took a lot of his store's stock and gave it to the town so that we could survive through the winter. He's a nice man. Can't really hate him. Just, again, kind of gross when he's drunk.
How about the farmer? Does he have any bad feelings towards who was the person? It was another merchant.
Yeah.
Towards the merchant.
Mordai? Is it Tiefling? Yeah, Mordai. Well, not really. He sold a lot of his stuff for him. Sold a lot of merchandise and product and grains and meats and stuff like that. He sold a lot for him, so I don't know why he would do that to that person. He's helped him out a lot. He's made a lot of money for him.
Was the merchant a friend of yours?
I mean, we're all friends here. I mean, it's a competitive business, but I mean, unless you cross someone and rip them off, no, not really.
Can I make an insight check?
Yeah.
While they're talking to this guy, can I go like
22.
investigate the room where the murder was more?
Yep. Go ahead and roll an investigation check. And what'd you get?
22.
22. He's telling the truth. He actually was a good friend with the person. You can kind of feel some sorrow coming from his voice.
This makes me reason to believe that it actually is the farmer. 'Cause he's like really sus. Really sus.
His pathing doesn't match up.
Yeah.
What'd you get?
6.
6. There's not much to see in the first place with this murder. It just seems like the blood is kind of drained from the body because of the blade. It seems like that may have been the first kill, and the second stabbing was probably to try to cover it up.
Okay. So.
But again, no
want-
blood on the floor.
Okay, I want to walk back over to like. Is the mayor still in the building?
Yes, the mayor is still in the exact same room as you guys.
So I'm gonna walk in and say to the mayor, we did also take. What was the farmer's name? We ever get
Johnny?
Johnny. Yeah.
Johnny. That's right. So
Johnny's
I actually have reason to believe that Johnny is actually the killer, and set up Thomas with the murder weapon and the charm to go with it.
well,
Because if it doesn't make sense how Thomas would be able to commit a cold-blooded murder with he can barely even walk.
Well, I mean,
But
it
if
is possible that he may fake being drunk. He's a nice. I mean, they're both nice people. For so long, they've helped out the town quite a bit. I'm very sorry. I mean, I trust you guys. I mean, we can question Thomas a little bit more in the morning.
Where's the innkeeper?
The end.
The innkeeper, is he still there?
That's Thomas.
that's
That's the
Thomas.
guy that we
Yep.
arrested.
Oh shit!
Oh,
Oh shit!
And
Dude,
he's gonna
wait.
look at you at that point and be like, "Well, obviously your room's around the house tonight, and honestly, I'm gonna cover the rest of it beforehand. So, I thank you guys very much, and
You're welcome.
I trust you guys in your investigation, and I'll make sure to
Yeah.
question him tomorrow morning."
Yes, and also the farmer did, and well, questioning it isn't really. He was kind of nervous, and
who was the one that got stabbed and we healed?
That was
that
That was the wife.
Yeah,
that
the
was the
mayor's
freaking
wife.
wife.
Okay.
And she said that she probably walked in on it and then got stabbed.
Yeah.
That's what you guys can assume. I mean, it's pretty obvious that the first person that was killed was the first kill because she was
Yeah, the
dead,
knife was in
and then the
there.
second person was alive. And usually at that point, it was to try to cover up the first murder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So I feel like we let everyone else go. No one else here is actually.
And
One.
the mayor, at like that first glance, he's kind of he wants it done with, but he also is at this point kind of done with the night. His first night being back with his wife, and it seems like quite some time. He just he's kind of upset that this is happening the first night back. And he goes, "Well, everybody, party's done for the night. Cleanup crew, worry about tomorrow. I'm going to bed. I need to tend to my wife. Thank you guys for having a great night. Besides this, enjoy the rest of your evening. Get some sleep. We'll see you guys around town." And he'll look at you guys and be like, "Thank you guys so much," and give you guys all a coin purse each that has about 10 to 15 gold in it. And Echo, yours will have an extra 10 gold in it due to healing his wife.
Okay, so 25 gold.
Yeah. Tanwen, you'll get about like 12, and Ophelia will get about 13. So I know it's not much, but your rooms and your rations when you guys do leave, any other food and drink and anything like that is on the house as long as you're here. Thank you guys so much for all that you have done for this town. And myself, I am truly grateful and forever in your debt.
Anytime, sir. We are willing to help. If you have any other jobs you help you with, we are willing to take it on.
All right. And the Leoness will unclip his, like he has like a tunic, and then he has this kind of like over fancy jacket thing on.
Oh wait, is he
And
like
as
a lion, dude?
Yeah, he's a legit lion.
That's sick. I want to like.
And he like unlatches it as he walks up the stairs.
I want to admire his.
You're gonna admire his beauty as he walks up the stairs. His long blonde mane.
Yeah, so I can turn into one.
Oh god.
Yes.
This kid's gonna be able to turn into any fucking race he can turn into.
Yes, that's the point. It's gonna be the best. It's gonna be the best thing ever. I just can't like turn into like things. I think it's like. I just can't turn into things like that have different like 6 arms or something. They have to have like.
I don't believe you can turn into a Loxodon either, because you don't have a trunk.
What's that?
That's an elephant.
Oh,
Yeah.
Elephant, yeah.
I can't wait till you guys meet my Loxodon.
Oh. I can turn into elephants once I get to the CR.
Well, you guys do anything else before you guys leave, or continue the night, or have any other activities before turning in tonight?
Is it like super late?
At this point, after the investigation and the commotion, the partying probably started around 9 or 10 o'clock. It is probably about midnight, 1 a.m. at this point.
Yeah, I say we just go to bed. In the morning, I'll probably do what I want.
Okay.
I can identify those items in the morning, possibly. Or I can wait. I have a spell for it.
Okay. I want to keep the dagger.
Tanwen, you have anything you want to do?
That's fine. I just want to know what it does. If
Yeah.
we're
No, I'm
keeping
good.
it.
Well, I already know what it does. It sucks. It basically leaves It leaves a wound, but it doesn't have. It sucks the blood out of the wound.
Yeah, well, there might be more to it
Yeah.
than that.
We'll check it out in the morning.
Yeah.
Okay. And so this is where we'll, assuming you guys are all going to go to bed and clock in for the night.
Ophelia's gonna snag some wine.
Okay. So, this is where we'll end our session. And Ophelia, I have a quick, 10-second one-off. Everybody else, thank you guys for joining.
Okay.
So, as you go to grab your last thing of wine for the night, you hear the same voice that you heard earlier. Good job, my child. You've proven you have potential. And then, again, you snap out of it, and you know that there's something bigger that is now watching you and keeping tabs on you. And that is it.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Felt like there was something I wanted to say. I don't remember what it was, though. I can't remember. If I remember, I'll message you.
Yep, just let me know, and I can give you. I will be sending you some other information because where you rolled good on, I believe you rolled good on your religion for that, didn't you?
It was a 14 or a 16.
Okay, I will share some further information to you about the specific person that is talking to you.
Okay.
I won't reveal everything, but I'll reveal a little bit.
Okay.
All right.
Yep.
All right, man. Have a good night.
You too.
Alright guys, thanks for joining. Make sure to drop a like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell so we do go live. We do have D&D every Tuesday, and then we have pretty much Tarkov Monday, Wednesday, we'll have Friday this week, and Saturday. Thank you guys. Have a good night. Goodbye. Deuces.